In the 1990s and early 2000s, Major League Baseball was absolutely dominated by batters. These hitters owned the league, easily smashing every home run record in the book. It was the steroid era, a total nightmare for pitchers who were at a clear disadvantage. That is, unless you were a giant like Randy Johnson, a genius like Greg Maddux, or the most impressive of them all, the great Pedro Martínez. But before we dive in, more than 98% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel. Many of you might not even realize it. If you enjoy these stories, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you for your support. Let's continue. Standing just 5 feet 11 inches and weighing 170 pounds, Pedro Martínez is ranked today as one of the most imposing power pitchers in history. With an arsenal of electric pitches and an intimidating attitude, Martínez engraved his name in baseball history in a way that will never be forgotten. In fact, his absolute peak from 1997 to 2003 might just be the most dominant run by a starting pitcher the game has ever seen. But how exactly did this small-statured titan become a giant of the game? Pedro Martínez was born into absolute poverty in the Dominican Republic. He was one of 5 children. His father was a janitor, and his mother washed clothes. The family lived in a small hut with a tin roof and dirt floors. As a child, Pedro idolized his older brother, Ramon, who was a top baseball prospect. When Ramon signed with the Dodgers, a 13-year-old Pedro tagged along to the training complex, carrying his own gear, just hoping for a chance. A scout noticed the skinny teenager throwing around 80 miles per hour, but saw he had a lion's heart. He signed at age 16, starting his journey to the major leagues. In 1991, at 19 years old, Pedro tore through the Dodgers minor league system. He posted an 18-8 record with a 2.28 ERA and 192 strikeouts. The Sporting News named him Minor League Player of the Year. He was only 160 pounds, but he was armed with a 90-plus mile-per-hour fastball and a changeup that would become legendary. The Dodgers brought him up to the big leagues in 1993 as a reliever. He had a great rookie season, but the Dodgers manager, Tommy Lasorda, didn't believe Pedro had the stamina to be a starter because of his small size. This led to one of the biggest mistakes in baseball history. On November 19, 1993, the Dodgers traded Pedro Martínez to the Montreal Expos. Montreal immediately put Martínez in their starting rotation, and he dominated. By 1997, his final season in Montreal, he reached a level few have ever seen. He went 17-8 with a 1.90 ERA and 305 strikeouts. He became the first Expo and the first Dominican pitcher ever to win the Cy Young Award. He had developed 3 deadly pitches, a high-velocity fastball, a wicked curveball, and arguably the greatest changeup in history. Plus, he was fearless. He wasn't afraid to throw inside. As Pedro once said, "I'm not afraid to hit anyone because I can put the ball exactly where I want." Sadly, Montreal couldn't afford to keep him and traded him to the Boston Red Sox. This began the era of total dominance. In 1999, Pedro had a historic season, 23 wins, only 4 losses, a 2.07 ERA, and 313 strikeouts. He won the Triple Crown and his second Cy Young. That year at the All-Star Game, he created magic. Facing a lineup of Steroid Era monsters, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Larry Walker, Pedro struck out 5 of the first 6 batters. It was effortless. Then came the year 2000. This is widely considered the single greatest pitching season in MLB history. While the rest of the league was getting crushed by hitters, Pedro posted an ERA of 1.74. His ERA plus was 291, meaning he was nearly 3 times better than the average pitcher. In 2003, Boston lost a heartbreaking playoff series to the Yankees. But in 2004, everything changed. Although Pedro wasn't quite the same invincible pitcher due to injuries, he helped lead the Red Sox to the most impressive comeback in history, breaking the 86-year-old curse of the Bambino and winning the World Series. Pedro finished his career with the Mets and Phillies, retiring in 2009. He was elected to the Hall of Fame on his first ballot in 2015. He finished with 219 wins, over 3,000 strikeouts, and the second highest adjusted ERA in history, trailing only Clayton Kershaw. In an era dominated by steroids and offense, A small pitcher from the Dominican Republic stood taller than everyone else. We can say with confidence that there will never be another Pedro Martínez. But I want to hear from you. Which pitcher do you think had the best prime in history? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories like this. Thanks for watching.